Lesson 11.3, Example 2, and we'll be going over how we can use appropriate statistics to compare data sets. This is the first part. Before we can look at these appropriate statistics, we have to be able to describe the different types of distributions. So when you're describing distributions, there's three big things to focus on. The first is shape of the distribution. The second is the center. And the third is the spread, shape, center, spread. The three big things when we're talking about describing different kinds of distributions. So when we look at shape, the first shape we look at is called symmetric. A symmetric distribution is centered with a mean, median, and mode that are equal to each other. And if they're not exactly equal, they're extremely close to each other. And we can see that if we were to do a reflection over this middle line, the curve is more or less symmetric on both sides of that center. When you're looking at a symmetric distribution, your measure of center is going to be your mean, your average. And when you're looking to determine the spread, you're going to use the standard deviation. Now, the next kind of shape we can look at is called skewed right. Now, this might seem like a bit of a misnomer because your mode or your highest peak on this is towards the left. When you think about skewed right, think about it tailing off to the right. Your mean is on the right. So when you're working with a distribution that is skewed to the right, your mode is going to be the smallest of the three measures with a median that is less than your mean. So when looking here, they're not all equal because these higher values on the right side are skewing the mean to be a greater number. When you're measuring center here, because these higher values on the right side are going to affect your mean more than they're going to affect your median, the better measure of center here is your median. And when you're looking at median, when you're trying to calculate spread, you can use your IQR, your interquartile range. So for a skewed right distribution, having a 5-number summary would be very useful there. And the last one we can look at is skewed left. Very similar to our other skew, think about the tail going down to the left with your mean on the left of your median. So in this case, it's the exact opposite. We have a lot of lower values that are skewing our mean. We're still going to use our median to calculate our center. And for our spread, we'll still use our IQR, our interquartile range. So now go ahead, watch the video for part B in order to see how we apply these to an actual data set.